Welcome to the Dark Realm, a channel dedicated to the exploration of the darker side of storytelling. Here, we delve into the depths of horror and suspense, bringing you spine-chilling tales that will leave you on the edge of your seat. Join us as we journey through the unknown, uncovering the secrets that lurk in the shadows. So sit back, relax, and prepare to be terrified as we take you on a journey through the realm of horror. Once upon a time, in a remote village deep in the heart of the jungle, there lived a tribe of cannibals. They were known throughout the region for their fierce warrior skills and their love of human flesh. The tribe had a tradition of holding a grand feast every year to celebrate their victories in battle and to honor their ancestors. This year's feast was particularly special as it was the first one since their new chief had taken over. The chief was a ruthless man who had led his tribe to many victories in battle. He was feared by all who knew him and respected by his own people. He had decided that this year's feast would be the biggest and most extravagant one yet. The preparations for the feast began weeks in advance. The women of the tribe spent hours gathering fruits and vegetables from the surrounding jungle while the men went out on hunting expeditions to catch animals for the feast. The chief himself took charge of the preparations for the main event, the human sacrifice. The day of the feast arrived, and the entire village was buzzing with excitement. The air was thick with the aroma of roasting meat, and the sound of tribal drums filled the air. The villagers gathered around a large pit dug into the ground, where a fire was burning fiercely. The chief stood at the edge of the pit, holding a large machete in his hand. Suddenly, a group of prisoners were brought forward, their hands tied behind their backs. They were all from a rival tribe that the cannibals had defeated in battle. The prisoners were thrown into the pit, and the chief raised his machete high above his head. With a single stroke, he decapitated the first prisoner. The villagers cheered as the chief continued to chop off the heads of the remaining prisoners. The bodies were then roasted over the fire, and the villagers feasted on their flesh with great relish. As the night wore on, the villagers became more and more intoxicated with the bloodlust of the feast. They danced around the fire, chanting and singing in celebration of their victory. The chief sat on his throne, watching over his people with a cold and calculating gaze. Little did the cannibals know, their feast would be their undoing. A group of missionaries had been traveling through the jungle and had stumbled upon the village. They were horrified by what they saw and immediately reported it to the authorities. A few days later, a group of soldiers arrived at the village, armed with guns and machetes. They stormed into the village and arrested the cannibals, putting an end to their gruesome tradition once and for all. And so, the cannibal feast came to an end, but its memory lingered on as a reminder of the dark side of human nature.